it like to be there for him? How did you see him react to being there?
No, it was incredibly special. I spent most of my time crying, I'll be honest, because it hits you when you're there. I'd been to the OHEL to pray, but I never imagined going with the president of the United States. By the way, the first president to ever visit the OHEL. It was impactful, and he knew that. He knew that it was going to look like more than just, campaigning, like you said, because it was sending a message that he was going to stand with the Jewish community, especially at a time when we are struggling so much. This was the anniversary of, the worst atrocity for Jewish people since the Holocaust. And I remember waking up wondering what Joe Biden or Kamala Harris would do that day, not because they were the competition for my boss, but because they're the current leaders. And I was curious. I think Kamala Harris planted a tree. I don't think Joe Biden did anything. So to know that when the Jewish community was hurting like this and when our strongest ally, Israel, is hurting like this, that's what they came up with. That's when I knew how important this was, because it wasn't about his campaign. It was about sending a message that America would always stand with Israel, stand with the Jewish people, and stand against hate always. For a man like Donald Trump to put on the kippah that I brought him that day, to go there and pray with us, to stand there with the family of Idan Alexander, who is still being held to this day, to stand there and pray for his return, for the end of the war, to, pledge his support for the Jewish people who really are hurting right now. It's so meaningful. There I was, in the women's section, so I'm across from him and I'm looking at him and I'm realizing I'm partially responsible for bringing him there, and I'm getting to literally witness history. Lara Trump is standing next to me asking me, questions about whose hand she's allowed to shake and why we put stones, on the tombstones, for example, and all these little things that I'm getting to explain to this now the first family. It was magical. It was beautiful. And again, I hope people realize it's not just that it was political. It was special because of the people behind it. Donald Trump is a human being, and Lara Trump is a human being, and everybody there wanted to be there for the right reasons. And every night when I go to sleep now, knowing that that's the man that's in the White House who's responsible for all of us for the next 4 years, thank God.